Welcome back to my channel. William Regal shocks WWE. Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso announced as fourth and fifth members. Today we are diving into one of the most dramatic, unexpected, and conversation-shifting developments to hit WWE in a long time, an announcement that has sent shockwaves rippling across the entire wrestling community. What happened backstage, on camera, and behind the scenes has created an atmosphere of absolute unpredictability, and the revelation involving William Regal, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy Uso has left fans stunned, confused, excited, and hungry for more. This moment has changed storylines, shifted power dynamics, and blown open doors to possibilities nobody thought were even being considered. William Regal, a man known for his calculated authority, his mastery of timing, and that signature ability to command the room with a single sentence, has stepped into the spotlight once again. But this time, his involvement isn't just managerial or advisory. This time, he has inserted himself right into the heart of one of WWE's most heated and consequential storylines. Regal delivered the kind of announcement that instantly became the center of every fan conversation online, in arenas, and across every corner of the wrestling world. The reveal of Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso as the fourth and fifth members of a major upcoming match, something that was hinted at but nowhere near confirmed, completely redefined expectations for what fans thought they were going to witness. Everything from the structure of alliances to the balance of power has been shaken up, and every wrestler connected to this situation has been forced into new positions and new conflicts because of this revelation. The return of Roman Reigns into any storyline is seismic on its own. The man has defined the main event scene for years, holding championships, shaping narratives, and establishing a dominance that feels unmatched in modern WWE history. Fans have been waiting, speculating, and begging for clarity about when he would re-enter the fold, especially after the chaos that erupted following his absence. And then there's Jimmy Uso, whose relationships, betrayals, alliances, and fiery segments over the last 2 years have made him one of the most unpredictable figures in WWE. His involvement adds emotional complexity, internal conflict, and a level of tension that guarantees unforgettable drama on screen. When Regal announced both of them as the final pieces of a lineup, he didn't just fill empty slots, he ignited a storyline explosion. The backstage reactions reportedly were intense, with wrestlers, producers, and even commentators scrambling to understand what this shift means for ongoing arcs. Fans in the arena erupted. Social media went wild. And instantly, the conversation became less about predictions and more about survival, strategy, betrayal, loyalty, and dominance. Regal, known for being calm, poised, and intimidating in his own unique way, walked into the moment with a kind of confidence that said he knew the gravity of what he was about to say. His presence commanded silence, tension filled the air, and the announcement dropped like a bomb. He made it clear that these decisions weren't random, weren't impulsive, and definitely weren't made without deep consideration. This wasn't done to get attention. This was done because the situation demanded monumental reinforcements, and Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso are exactly the kind of game-changing forces capable of shifting the outcome of any high-stakes match. The impact of this news travels far beyond the surface. Immediately, speculation exploded about how Roman's return affects the balance of power within WWE. Fans wondered what this meant for the Bloodline narrative. Was Roman coming back to reclaim leadership? Was this a reunion, a reset, or the beginning of a deeper fracturing within the family? Jimmy Uso's involvement only added more layers. For months, his story has been a twisted mix of loyalty, conflict, rebellion, and emotional struggle. His brother Jay has gone his own way. Roman has been absent. Solo Sikoa has been trying to assert dominance. And Jimmy has been caught somewhere between loyalty and independence. Now, stepping into this role as a chosen member announced by Regal himself, the question becomes, is Jimmy aligning with Roman again? Is this a strategic move? Is it temporary? Is it forced? Or is something much bigger brewing behind the scenes? Fans are already dissecting facial expressions, body language, and subtle details to identify whether this announcement symbolizes unity or sets the stage for future betrayal. The ripple effects touch every level of WWE storytelling. Rivalries that seemed straightforward now feel uncertain. Wrestlers who thought they knew who they were facing now must prepare for an entirely different level of threat. And every character connected to this overarching storyline, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and more, must now navigate a landscape that has been completely rearranged. The announcement also raises speculation about what Regal's deeper intentions are. William Regal is not a man who makes decisions lightly, and he rarely reveals his full hand up front. Fans who have followed his career know that whenever he places himself into the middle of a storyline, there is always a long-term strategy playing out behind the scenes. He has a history of shaping rosters, influencing outcomes, and orchestrating long-term story arcs that often take months to fully reveal themselves. So when he steps forward and names Roman and Jimmy as the final members, it sparks curiosity. Is he assembling a powerhouse unit for a specific goal? Is he restoring balance? Is he responding to unseen pressure backstage? Or is he moving chess pieces in preparation for an even bigger moment still to come? This move also brings up the potential revival or reimagining of the Bloodline. With Roman and Jimmy now involved, questions are flying about whether this marks the beginning of a reformation, a reset, or a total reinvention of one of WWE's most iconic factions in modern history. Fans debate whether Roman will reclaim leadership or whether tensions will spark new feuds within the group itself. And because Regal is now connected to this decision, things feel even more unpredictable. His involvement introduces a layer of authority, mystery, and strategy that fans can't quite decode. Another major point of speculation is what this means for the upcoming match itself. With Roman Reigns added, the stakes rise dramatically. Any match involving Roman instantly becomes a must-watch event, but when you add Jimmy Uso to the mix, especially considering his turbulent journey, the emotional intensity skyrockets. Their presence introduces a blend of power, experience, explosiveness, and unpredictability that guarantees the match will be chaotic, dramatic, and filled with story-defining moments. Fans are already predicting possible twists. Will Roman dominate? Will Jimmy cost someone the match? Will internal conflicts explode mid-match? Will someone betray someone live on pay-per-view? Will Regal appear again to influence the outcome? Nothing feels off the table. And that is exactly why this announcement is so huge. It reopens every possible storyline door, every unresolved feud, every lingering tension. It sets the stage for months of content, drama, and evolution. This moment isn't just about filling roster spots. It's about redefining the path forward. It's about raising the stakes on everything fans have been following for months. It's about Ta.